Well. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is seeing me and hearing me. Let me know in the chat if everything's working great. If not, well, uh, I'm talking to myself. Let's hope that's not what's happening. Um, as you can see, the layout is ready, but the trains are not running. I was waiting for everyone here to actually join. I saw there's a few people in the chat. I don't know if anyone is seeing. I'm not getting any response from anyone saying that there are people, and this is not showing that I'm online yet. It seems to be. I'm not sure what's happening on this one. Just started. Thank you, Robert. I think Robert. Yep. Good evening, Doc and Ty. All right, so you are online. Perfect. It's not showing, but that's fine as long as you guys are getting it and hearing me. The music might be a little loud. I will actually turn that down. There you go. This should be better. Let me know. Hi, Jean-Pierre. Alright, so it seems to be working, other than the fact it's not showing me for whatever reason how many people there is online or whatever, but that's not important, I guess. Let's just go with the flow. Alright, so let's start a train. Hi, Kevin Pacruel. Hi, Justin Line. I'm not even sure what's on track. So that locomotive, I want to change it for tonight for another one, and this one's good. So let's. All right. So says 60. Oh, it just started on my side. Something's going on. Oh, I know exactly what's happening. Alright, now it makes more sense. Alright, everything's working, and we should be good. So, let's get this going, shall we? Is Dave still here? I just want to make sure. So, I'm on a different computer than the one that made the track plan. I have access to the other computer, but it really hurts this computer's performance. For that reason, we will wait a little later. I will show the track plan through a remote desktop. We will go through the whole thing. We will start the little train simulation around it, which I think is a neat little feature of the program. And once we're done with that, I will close it back so it doesn't kill the performance. While it was waiting, I was dropping frames from 30 to 22 FPS, which is not good. And it's entirely because of the remote desktop session. So for that reason, we will just wait a little bit, do what we have to do. Well, just hang out, talk a bit, and then we'll come back with a whatever we're doing with just this running trains around. I just wanted to switch the SD90. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's ran a lot, and one of my other favorite loco was not running it often enough. So I will just change this manually quickly with the hand of God, and we'll be right at it. I think this ES44AC deserves some runtime. So please, coupler, do your thing. It's a microtrains coupler with a Kato coupler that has not gotten its nubs cut off. So there you go. She's working just fine and pulling very well. Alright, so let's see who's in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of people, which is always nice. So it says already 29 viewers. Sorry, Kev. I had to start over the stream. I'm caught up now. No problem. Dave. Speaking of Jim, he's not gonna be here tonight, as mentioned yesterday in the chat of Dave's stream. He had to attend some family activities, so tonight is gonna be just us. It's gonna be about 3 hours, and once the stream is done, Jay did message me and say that he will stream after me, so you guys will have a pretty good night. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this. This is really neat, seeing the two trains running side by side like this. All right, so let's go through the chat quickly. There's not much to see on this side. I will actually remove myself from here. This, I'm just realizing it does not include the Droid cam, so I will move this camera here. Come on, just stay there and turn it on. There you go. Alright, I'm seeing 10 scaling a whole A these days. Well, Dave has been typing with some food on his fingers because there's a lot of typo. A whole new eye, I'm pretty sure these days. So, as you can, I will go through the chat. I'm seeing a lot of people there, a lot of names that I recognize, which is always fun to see. Alright, so I'm seeing Jesh, what is technically Colleen. Glad to see you here. RDGK, Caboose, Jay, Dave, Mike, FRMD. No beer tonight. Well, not on my side, but you can always have one. Kevin Pacruel, nice. Mustache Mike, Great Northern is here. Robert, Doc and Ty, David, Julian, just making sure I'm not missing anyone else. Tommy's Angels, nice. Peter, Little Track Corner GP, Daniel, nice. Justin Line, George, just making sure I'm really not missing anyone there. Robert, all names I said hi already. Alright, Ward is in the house. And I think I'm caught up. Lynn is in the place. Nice. So I'll go back to the 6 cameras. I've been trying to diagnose why sometimes the camera jumps. It's a frame rate issue, a sync. Hi Ed. It's a frame rate issue. It doesn't sync properly. I have not found the fix yet, so unfortunately we will have to endure that for the night. But I'll do my best to fix it. I don't know if I'll find a fix, but it might be with the emulation. I don't know. At least the colors are good, in my opinion. So we got that one fixed. All right. Oh, nice one. And that one's also having a hard time climbing. I think I need to clean the track. It's dirty tracks will make it more slippery. So give me a second. Alright, so that was a quick cleanup, but that's fine, that's perfect. Hey, Denny! Nice to see you here. So yes, tonight, like I said, we will take it slow, we'll just run some train. Oh, Sudbury Junction, nice! I've been following Sudbury Junction, actually, for a while on Instagram, and he's been doing an amazing work, just like Denny, but not on YouTube yet. He recently started YouTube, so I really want to encourage Sudbury Junction. I will actually put his channel in the chat. This will be the channel of the night. There's a few channels I've been watching start that really have potential, and Sudbury Junction is absolutely one of those people. And you say you're no Denny, but you've done an amazing job with your previous layout, so I'm excited for this one that you're building it. So very happy about that. Hope this helps your channel. Go subscribe to him and go watch his videos after the stream. Oh, hi Matthew. So for tonight's stream, like I said, we'll take it slow. We're just hanging out. I'm a little nervous, a little bit more excited. It's been 2 weeks and it's been a while since I've streamed alone, so I might sound energetic and, you know, a little bit more hyper. I didn't drink any coffee tonight and I don't need it right now. I need something to relax, not to get more energy. So so yeah, this is gonna be the night, and thank you, Mike, Mustache Mike. We will run some trains. I'm not saying we're not taking requests. We might later, but I have not worked on my layout as much these past few weeks, I'll be honest. With summer coming in, there's stuff to do outside, both activities and work, like cutting the grass, because even though we're in a drought, we are also experiencing insane amount of rain, so grass grows really quick. It's weird. It rains for 3 days in a row, everything looks about to be flooded, and then it goes dry for 4 days, and it's to a drought warning level. It's been a roller coaster since the beginning of May. So, so yeah, the layouts are not getting neglected, but they're not getting worked on as much. Also, I mountain bike during my time off, so that's also very fun, but takes time. So yeah, the layout has not had any or much work done, but I think we can still enjoy it as is. I mean, the work we've done on the roundhouse has been fantastic. I didn't even drop the glue on, but it's fine. I really like it. Like I said, I still need to spread some glue on that part, and I also want to weather the tracks the way Dave did it. It's the simplest way to make it look a little more dirty without being too bad. So I will absolutely do that method when it comes to it. So yeah, how has everyone been doing actually? What's the chat going? Oh, thank you very much. Perfect. I wasn't sure since I changed the camera setup. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work. It works good. So there's to go. I don't know if I'll be able to physically go there, but I'm definitely talking to Dave actively to make this work. This is such a cool scene, them going side by side like this. So yeah, I'm definitely going to help him both by shipping some stuff to him and to simply help with the planning and acquiring of tracks and stuff. So that's gonna be a good layout. It's gonna be really fun to watch him build. And I'm excited for him to start doing scenery on N scale, because the same amount of work does such a bigger percentage of the layout. It makes such a big difference that it's absolutely fun, right? I hope everyone is as excited as me and Dave are. Judging to how the stream went last night, it's pretty good. I think everyone's excited about that, which is very fun. In about 15 minutes, like I said earlier, I wanted to fix certain things, but I will remote into my other computer and we will see how the layout's gonna flow. I will explain it a little bit more in detail since it's this brain went crazy. And I would like to first start by saying thank you to Dave and Robert. Robert, I'm sorry for your name again. Their idea, I started from their idea. Actually, I didn't start from scratch. Dave showed me the plan that he showed everyone that is a member of his channel, and then Robert sent a upgraded version of that, which was really nice. And I said some ideas out loud talking to Dave, and he was like, I like these ideas, but I'm more a visual person, so let's see what you can do. I was like, all right, give me a few minutes, and 30 to 45 minutes later, it was all drawn and created. So that's why there's some spot that's a little rough, and I'm a little bit oversized in certain section. I know I can work some stuff. Also, the height is not 100% accurate, but we'll get into that later. So yeah, to come back to what I was saying, having the remote connection to my other computer is a little intensive on the system, so we might have some frame rate drops. I'll try to turn off some cameras to make it less intensive on this side while I'm doing that, and we'll go through it together, and then I'll turn off the remote connection. I'll come back to the stream as normal. Dave, aren't we all? But sorry, I love the subway. I worry about derails. We'll get into that later, Ward. This is a very good concern, but I genuinely believe that I made sure that at least half of the track was open. Also, there are some areas that are identified as tunnels that are gonna be but not, as in it's gonna be a L shape like this, but the outside is gonna be accessible. So what's the black tank with orange writing, two back from the Subas? So that is a tank train car. Normally there's a string of them. I only found one used at the hobby shop, so that's why they're only one. That car, I just really liked it. I've seen tank train cars multiple times before at in real life. This is the first I found on N scale. I really liked it. Like I said, they're supposed to be multiple and have them controlled. I like the improved lighting and cam setup. Thank you very much. All I did was reset the camera color correction. Apparently it works fine. And improved lighting was just changing the color on the, because there's a switch for the color, if it's warm white or bright white. I changed that. I went super advanced setup and I made it worse by accident by just resetting everything. Turns out it worked great. Don't ask me why I'm so bad at this. I'm always thinking I'm gonna improve, and turns out I made it worse. It's really good looking plan. Looking forward to seeing the build. Thank you very much. Sudbury, are you talking about my layout or the track plan? Because I don't know if you watched Dave's stream. I missed that part of the conversation, and I'm sorry about that. Thank you very much, Easy Bud. Oh, the tank. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Wow. For installments for my track plan work. I mean, I wasn't planning on charging that much. I know actually some people asked in Dave's chat yesterday for me to do track plans for people. I'm actually open to do that. Pricing, no idea. We'll have to see how much time I'm spending on them. The only thing though is everyone who's actually interested in that, unless they have the space and the same scale as Dave, or more space than Dave if it's a bigger scale, do not expect such a intricate track plan. I do love doing intricate plans, but I'm limited to what's possible for radius and stuff, right? So I do appreciate. Hi, Eli. Given what do you have more of, HO N scale? Earl N scale by a long shot. I have a good amount of HO, but N scales. Really, I started N scale because I didn't have space in a small apartment for HO scale, and I ended up liking it a little bit more because I like these trains going through scenery, like mainline trains through scenery, and this is the better scale when you're limited to space. Club Share, thank you very much. I did spend a lot of time doing some just dreaming for myself, so that's what happens. I will link. Actually, Dave, are you a moderator on here? You should be. Yes, you are. Okay, so Dave is Scott's Rail, the very generous donation. I will actually, Jay, since you're here. Oh, thank you, Dave's put his own link. Perfect. So, oh, derailment. So yes, that will be the channel that I'm working with, and for full transparency, I'm working with Dave for the track plan, and also he's helping me a lot with YouTube in general. And by that I mean, like, he gives me a lot of tips for video editing, how to make thumbnail, how to make stuff. Really, it's really a work together. We do have some future plans together for collaborative work. Also, same goes with Jason. Jim is less of a YouTuber, I guess, so he's absolutely included, and we want him to participate as much as possible. It's just he's more interested in the group work that we're doing than the actual YouTube part, so that's why he's more of a side character. It's not that we don't want to help him become, he's just less into it, but we're very happy to have him. Also, shameless plug, Denny, if you want to join us in the shenanigans, you're absolutely welcome to join, but don't feel like you have to. This is This is just us having fun with just a group of guys who love their fantasy layouts. And yeah, so good evening, Bigwood. Earl and Winmeyer, but why are the Seer some DCC your N scale? Okay, so the whole DC and DCC discussion, right? So I started again my N scale adventure in DC in a very small space, a 2x4 layout, and it was not the one that I have. It's a different one, and I was limited in space and what I could run, and funding has always been also a limit. I think everyone will have funding limits. That's just life. And of course DC is, wow, why did you derail again? That is curious. That car usually runs great. I'll just remove it to avoid more issues. So yeah, as I was saying, oh no, my bad. There you go. So yes, I was limited both in budget and space, so DC was a lot cheaper for a lot of things, and well, with Time Grew and with YouTube, everyone's help actually through generous donation like this, I got to grow my layout with both now 2 DCC locos that I don't run yet. I've ran a few times, but I don't like to run them for too long, being, you know, DCC on a cheaper DC powered controller. But I do plan on having DCC later on this layout. I do not plan on converting everything because N-Scale does not have a lot of space for that. And I will... So, what I have a plan of how I'll be able to do a hybrid setup. That is coming up later. I also, at first I wanted to just connect my current DCC controller to this. I want to go through the chat again, but it's going fast and I really want to explain this first. I use Scar, but I have 50 piece limited. Okay, simple. It is perfect, and usually what I do is I place like multiple pieces of straight and then replace them all with a flex track, knowing what's supposed to be there when I'm limited. That's a different story. So yes, the layouts. I do have a plan. At first I wanted to connect the HO scale controller, but since powering that on powers the whole layout and I don't want everything to just run for no reason, I'm thinking of just getting a separate DCC system here. I think actually some of the generous donation tonight will go either towards that or towards stuff to send to Dave. So this will be my my next big purchase will be a DCC controller, and an identical one. Dave has had 2 that works great, but the limitations he hit are a little bit of a deal breaker for me. I have some limitation with the Digitrax one, but there's some feature on there that I really like that I don't want to lose, like the integrated USB and the separate programming track that does not affect the main line. Those features are amazing, and the USB being beside a computer means I can control the layout with my phone or the computer. So for those reasons, my next purchase will be that. My next big purchase for the layout will be a separate DCC controller. But I will also let you guys and gals know that I've had some changes recently, and I will have to cut back a bit on spending on the trains for a little while. On the plus side, recently I've accumulated a lot of future projects, so you don't even know half of the projects that I have backlogged in my stuff. So we have content for a while. The reduced spending is completely fine. The only big spend I'm gonna do soon is the controller and changing. You actually don't see this area, but there's an area that is pretty bland right now. Where the bridge is here, this bridge will get replaced to something a little different, and I'm gonna do a street running section right afterwards, something right now it's not shown because it's bland and there's nothing, but there will be something much nicer that will have some cost because those tracks are only in Japan, so I need to order them. So yeah, that will be the upcoming expenses, but those are the only two actual expenses. Everything else I'm trying to cut back and just work with the project that I have. I think, again, accumulating projects is not good because it just creates a backlog. It just creates clutter in my mind, honestly, because I see all the projects and nothing's getting done. And I also want to, and I think everyone wants to see progress on the layout. So I think I'm trying to be as transparent as possible on especially on the live streams, so that everyone just knows what's coming on. And I think I personally enjoy more when people are transparent on live streams, not trying, so that's what I'm trying to be. Also, it's just easier if you already know what's actually happening. You won't be questioning or not understanding. Oh, easy buds. Enjoy the cake. So yeah, sorry if I miss a lot of the chat. I will try to get back into the chat, and actually I will get back to the chat for a few minutes, but we're almost ready to see the layout and have the explanation. So hi Holly. All right, so let's go through the chat. I'll actually go back for a while. I missed a lot. You guys have been very active, very nice. I'm very happy. I'm really happy with the success of this channel so far. I honestly didn't know it would work so well. And I know my sub count is low, and YouTube has actually told me, like, not YouTube personally, like there's no one there, but the summaries they give me told me that the biggest strength of my channel was you guys, the recurring viewers, which I really appreciate from everyone. So I'm very appreciative for that. And actually, this is a fun subject where there's a fine line I'm trying to achieve and make sure it's good. According to YouTube stats, I'm actually too towards my existing viewer and not enough of a growth perspective. So, and I think I like it. I want to grow the channel, but at the same time, I'm like, you guys have been my most, how do I say this? My most, not fidel viewer, but my most loyal viewers. I don't know how to say this. You guys are all friends at this point. So I really want to make sure everyone here enjoys the content first. So that's why it is the way it is. And I don't have a video yet for Wednesday, but I will find something, don't worry. I don't know what, but there will be something. All right, so let's go through the chat. I'm far gone. There's a lot of people that came in. There's a lot of chat that I missed. Wow. Holly is in the chat. I've seen NS Mall Railroading is a fantasy, the proper term for doing whatever, not willing any real place. NS Mall Railroading, to that question, there's a lot of worlds. Fantasy is perfectly fine. Technically, it's called freelancing because it's freelance. There's no real name. Fantasy just works just fine. But yes, it is a fantasy layout in that sense. Sitting in the electronic shop with the hanger. Nice. Looks like a fun. Hi, Choo Choo. Holly. Choo Choo. Just making sure I'm not missing. If you guys are talking amongst yourselves, that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure I don't miss chat. Hi, Drew. Glad to see you. Polizei. I probably messed that up. Bigwood Station. That's a very. I don't know. I'm not from that area. I'm not home. Well, enjoy doing nothing, Holly. It's always fun. We'll insert the SCARM. I am an N-scale. I have a small HO shelf layout above. Both are DC. That actually sounds fun, Easy Bud. I know. I could have the same controller for both, but I don't want to move them, and I'd like to have the control station here. Yes, Holly has earned that. Absolutely. Sounds like you're finally getting comfortable. Yeah. All right, talking to Holly. Does anyone here play guitar? I don't. My girlfriend does. But I don't know enough about it to talk about guitar. Hi, Josh. If you're going to turn out to control and isolate areas, yes, you can. Absolutely. I do like the double insulation when there's current change in between each side, but yes, you can absolutely do that. Like a reverse loop or something. That's guitar talk. Just making sure. It's not that I want to ignore. I just want to make sure. Hi, Jersey Bill. Earlwood. I've had good working with older digital tracks we had for over 10 years. Nice. Daryl. Hi, Daryl. Making sure. Kevin, I can relate to many projects. Finally. Yep. Plus, I got some personal side projects as well, like the RC stuff and the mountain bike stuff. Alright, just making sure I'm not missing. I'm almost caught back. Alright, so I have, think, in a certain place in Virginia, 9%. I mean, so, NS Small Railroad, I think, sorry, I'm gonna go, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. So also not, yes, well, I mean, I do that, yes. HO Trains and Slot Car Guy. So I think I might start a channel with my 2 DCC-EX system control, my multi-scale. Robert, that would be a great content. Expect more advanced people viewing your content because it is more advanced, but it is always good information. And what you'll often see is people go from channel like mine and Dave, where it's more simple and beginner friendly, that want to learn more, and they're like, okay, these guys are fun, but that's what they are, fun. And I need more information, and then we'll be referenced to someone like you who actually knows stuff. That's usually the way it goes. Same for scenery. I start simple, then people go to advanced, like N-Scale Dystopia Denny or N-Scaler 454. These people are incredible. And now Sudbury Junction, actually. I have things that give a nod to certain real place in Virginia. 90% of my locomotives are Norfolk Southern and Norfolk and Western, and 1% being PRR, because I live in PA now, and well, their steam electric locos are great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'd like to think I have a few nods to certain places in Eastern Canada, but both layouts, by the way. But I don't think I really have. Oh yes, you're a simple Dave. But I really don't have any real representation of anything. So, and honestly, it's about having fun, right? If you enjoy hyper realism, go for that. If you don't, you just want to enjoy trains and just run what you like, then it's also what you can do. It's do what you like on your layout. That's what it is. It's your layout, right? Don't limit yourself to certain things if you want to do something different. So I'm gonna stop the trains, and I'm going to switch to the view of the what is it called, the software. I will actually turn off some cameras. Just give me a second. Turn off not this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now it looks plain. Don't worry, I'm coming back with everything. It's just so remote desktop, Chrome remote desktop. There you go. Access my computer and share my. Oh, I need to enter my PIN. Like so. Enter. Now I can share the screen. All right. Where is OBS? Stream element. Nope, not that. Display capture. There you go. So if it starts lagging, let me know. Again, this option, because it's remote, is a little bit complicated. So this is the design I've designed with Dave. It's, again, a little bit more more advanced than my layout, but not in a bad way. So to explain this, of course, let's start with the lower loop, the bottom area where the metro is. It's, think of, Jim called it the Green Line in Boston, where there's some underground areas and some not underground areas. The underground areas that will have to be underground is the curve back here. I think you're seeing my mouse, I'm pretty sure. So on the bottom left of Dave, because he will be sitting right where we're looking from, will be where this will be a tunnel, but we can make an access hatch somewhere. The whole section here, there's a tunnel part, doesn't have to be not a tunnel, but also will not be covered. I put the tunnel there in the middle as a representation of being underneath, but this will be, most of it anyways, will be the subway station where we can make the subway happen. I'm just realizing I can't see the chat anymore, so give me a second. I will pop out the chat. Can I do this from here? Just a sec. Yes, I can. Nice. And it's gone again. Okay, well, what I'll come back to the chat. So the middle area here is not actually going to be a tunnel. It is, but it isn't. The whole side of the layout there will be open to have access to the trains and see what's happening. As Dave explained it, think of a terrarium where there's ants and stuff, where it looks like they're tunnel, but because it's against the glass, you can actually see. But because those are trains, we're not going to have a glass. It's going to be pretty open. The height difference between the lower track and upper track is 4-inch. Don't think that is set in concrete. It'll probably change. It was just in the meantime because I wanted to do a quick drawing. And this is just a loop. The middle part there that is open, if we follow the plan, this will stay open and could be some street running section, just like the real metro trams that goes through the city. Again, I'm talking about what my ideas were. We might not do it exactly like this because we still have to go further into it, me and Dave. This is just a quick explanation. So what I'm going to do right now is start the train. Oops, this was not the plan. Why are you being like this? Not that. Come on, it's a little laggy right now because I'm remote. So we'll start this train. The switches are not set actually. This one's set. I will start the train and we will watch it go around. Just making sure all the switches are. Ew. There you go. Let's turn the map to see from the top. This should be flipped here. This should be flipped. And this should be flipped. This should be flipped. And this should be flipped. So, it's hard to see right now. The train goes from the bottom there. Goes through the bridges. Will come around here. Actually, I will not flip this one. Just... this one, oh, it's this one we're going to switch again. Like so. The train goes through all of this, which is fine. This is going to be a flat area, and the minimum radius is 13-inch in that section, so it should have no problem with 99% of the rolling stock. This is pretty much non-negotiable. I really want to make it easy for everything to run. And then the train goes back into the station. The idea here is by having this, it looks like it's going on the main line, but still runs through its own line. If we flip this switch and go straight, like it should, and now you're seeing something else that shouldn't be there. Come on, go hide. There you go. If we follow the straight path there, we're just going through the outside of the dual track loop. This one goes up and down. This is a 2.5% grade going down underneath and going back up. I purposefully made that the train would be in opposite direction here and here on the single line and dual track line. So it looks like it's completely different, but it actually is the same polarity. So there's no reverse loop, no jumping. It technically doesn't even need isolation. I'm thinking we will isolate it for to be able to control it separately, but so far we don't need to. Now getting here, if we'd follow this track, this would be straight, this would all be straight, and the train would just stay on that line. Now you're thinking, okay, but this train is running on the same track as the outside single loop. How can you run them both at the same time? Well, I've placed some crossovers in the exact position that it needs so that the train can go to the inside track of the double line main line so that it clears the outside line for the single line. I know it's getting a lot of lines and complication, but it makes sense. I will actually flip it to the inside line to really show what it's going to end up like. And this, my friend, by switching these two turnouts, will make this train go to the other track on the dual line. I'm not seeing the chat, by the way. You're seeing my entire screen on YouTube right now, so I will have to go back to the chat. I hope everyone's happy with this. And even if there's donation, you guys are seeing it, I'm not. So just to let you know. So yes, by having the crossover set the way they are, there is the, right here, it will go to the inside track of the main line, liberating the outside one so that the single track can use it. Normally it would go back to the outside, but for the example, we'll stay on the inside line. We'll switch it, like so. And I've also placed, like so, the turnouts on the staging yard, just regular yard, to be able to bypass the inside line of the double main line. So that way, when the single line uses the outside and the outside line uses the inside line can use the yard to go through the layout and just drive around without having any interruption. So that way it really gives the illusion that there's a smaller amount of track and a lot of interaction, but in reality it'll give Dave a break by never actually crossing over each other and just continuously running without ever interacting. They'll go side by side, but they'll never hit each other, cross over each other, or anything. The only place that they could cross over each other is the over and under bridge, but being a bridge over and under, they're not going to hit each other. So that is how I plan this track. And like I said, the fourth track is an independent loop, so that's a completely separate thing. I just wanted to show you this. And what I like about this is the train on the inside track of the double line can use any of the three sidings, so you can make the train go through other trains in the yard, and I think it looked great doing that. This plan is more advanced than any track plan that I've done. I never had the space for this. I looked at it, I was tempted to create something similar to myself, and that would mean ripping the entire HO scale layout and starting everything over. I'm not ready to do that. I want to complete these projects first, and I have other projects in the work, so that's not happening. My way of creating this layout without actually creating it myself is by helping Dave and creating with him, through Dave, the layout. So that is the layout. I will stop the train where it is. I will close this, go back on OBS, and bring you guys back. I'm sorry if I missed the entire chat, and I will all four ways. All six, bring back all the cameras. Just making sure everything's good there. Yep, alright. Oh, now I don't get it. Sorry, alright. So this track plan is more complicated, right? It is not the simplest layout that you can do. But it will be a very simple multi-train layout to run. Once you guys will see it built, I promise you it'll look complicated, but it'll run simply. An example of this is my section here. Oh, this camera's gone bad. Just give me a second, I will fix that. So this camera, settings, zoom and unzoom. Come on, bring back. There you go. So yes, the perfect example for this is the train is on the inside track going the same direction as, well, right now it's the opposite direction because of the polarity being reversed, but going in one direction on the layout, and then going through a diamond, reversing the opposite way in terms of polarity as the what is it called, as the train, and coming back through the diamond without actually changing any polarity or adding any reverse loop. So I see a shadow of a plane bottom right corner. So I will show you the plane in that other way. This is the same plane as usual. Can you see it in any of these? No, you can't actually. Whoops. Oh yes, you can in the top left. It's an A380. I don't know planes a lot. It was just a really nice model I found at hobby shop when I was on a trip. So I got it and I hung it there to add some. I might do a city scene with removable vending. That sounds great. Again, Dave, we'll work together to finalize that track plan, plus add more details to the software, and we'll work together. Don't worry about it. I'm really excited for your project. So I made plans, drew sketches for my last layout. This time I just imagined everything mine and built it, and it's a much better. I mean, everybody has their own creative process. I do enjoy doing the track plans. Half of the time when I get to create it, I tweak stuff. It's never exactly the way I thought on the plan, but that doesn't mean it can't give you a good idea. Or you can just have fun on the track planning software, create layouts that you'll never actually create in life. That's basically what that was, a layout for fun. So I hope it's a little bit more clear. I know it's a lot, but I just wanted to make sure I could explain. If you have any questions about the track plan, let me know. I will try to answer my best, and I can remote again into the computer to show the plan to explain. But that would be my my idea. And well, I'm saying my idea. I added the yard with Jason Fresno J suggestion. I was planning a stub yard. It was like, hey, instead you should do sidings that you can get in and get out. I was like, great idea. I did the subway tunnel, started with the idea. I can't remember who it was on the channel. I'll be back in a bit. No worries. Well, that helps with your extra bits by not eating, Dave. But yeah, the subway was not my idea. It was someone else's idea in the video for the members only. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. It's that person's idea. I just integrated into the plan. My only personal idea was a third line. Robert and Dave both did very similar ideas for the loops, the dual loop. I just, again, tweaked them a little bit, added my third line that goes around, made the yard a little bit more intricate to have 3 trains running together, and make the subway station work underneath without a problem. So I didn't create the entire thing, and I don't want to lie to you and say I did. What I did was mash up all the ideas and tweak it a little bit to make it actually connect. So I hope it helps. Hi Kevin, Lucky Kevin, welcome to the stream. And I hope my honesty shows. So yeah, if anyone wants help with their track planning software, I'm more than willing to help. Time-wise, it's going to be the hardest part, is finding time to work together on a track plan online. I don't have pricing. Of course, if it takes a lot of hours, I wouldn't mind a small contribution in some ways, right? There's no specific ways, but I do think that this track planning thing is something I really enjoy, and I hope I can help everyone. But I also want to make sure everyone understands that the reason it's so intricate and big is because there's a lot of space and N scale is a small scale. I cannot do something as intricate as this on a 4x8 in HO scale, right? Just making sure people understand that I can't do miracles. I do think if you're not afraid of elevation, you can add a lot more to a layout, which Dave has that on the layout I designed. Mine, I do think by adding elevation both here on the 2x4 and on the HO scale layout, added to a lot more. They will use Unitrack the entire way around. It was a pure Unitrack layout that I showed just to keep it simple. Can you do Can you do it on ON30 in a 4x9 layout? I mean, not as big as Dave, but I absolutely can try something. David, I'll look you up when I get started since you're offering. Absolutely. It should. Yes, I am. I guess I'm not sure why you're saying that, Mustache Mite, but I do think. I mean, it is funny to say, but yes, the Holly, like I said. Oh, great, Jean-Pierre. I have a few pieces for him as well, and spoiler alert, the Silver Bridge is going to him. I have plans to replace this, and since I don't have a use for it, that's going to him. Do not. I understand. I understand. I watched Monty Python. I'm not sure which reference this one is, quite frankly, or maybe I said something before that linked to it. That Colleen. So yes. I want to help him with that. I want to, again, continue working on my layout. And I want to... Meaning of Life movie. Oh, I didn't watch that one. My bad. Never mind. But yes, I do want to help everyone with track plans if I can. I just really want to... I just really enjoy doing that. And I do think there's ways to make them special. Oh, a small fictitious town at the top of a mountain. I call it Jane's Summit after my wife, Mary Jane. That's actually really nice. Holly, again, I know you'll do ON30, just making sure, because I know there's HON3, ON3, and ON30. ON30 is the one that runs on HO scale track. Just making sure I'm correct. And if I am, do you know what kind of tracks will you be using? Easy track, Atlas track, those, yes, okay, so I'm assuming that yes is for the HO scale track. It's a lot. Oh, yeah, Bachman Easy track. Okay, well, just that, Holly already helped me. For your track plan, I have the size, and I have this. Yeah, I already have lots of it. Good. If we do get to communicate to build a track plan for you, I wouldn't say need, but if you want to avoid spending some money, if I have a list of what you have, it can also help. I know you did mention already that you want to do over and under in some way, shape or form to spruce up your layout. I do think it's possible. Do you know, this is a question for everyone. She knows what she already has in Rolling Stock, but also in general, do you know what is the minimum radius for ON30 and or specifically your stuff? I don't want to plan 18-inch radius if everything requires 30-inch radius, right? I just want to make it clear. And all the questions I'm currently asking Holly, everyone who wants track 18-inch, oh, that's going to be easy, actually. We have a lot of option in that size. So all the question I'm asking Holly right now, these are the questions I would recommend asking yourself for your own track planning. So yeah, I want to help everyone, but even without my help, if you want to try yourself, sometimes just messing around on the software can help. Those questions are usually the first thing you need to answer before planning anything. The space you have to dedicate, So Holly has a 4.5 by 9 foot. The type of track that she'll be using and what you're willing to work with, right? If you want to do flex track, the plan's going to be a little different than if you're doing sectional track. The minimum radius of what you're going to run. Google knows, thank you. I'm just not Googling because I'm currently doing a live stream. But yes, that would be those would be the stuff to look out for. So yeah, minimum radius of what you plan on running. And quite frankly, the next question is, what kind of scenes do you want to reproduce? And everybody will have a list longer than what can fit, including me and Dave, right? We all have multiple ideas. We're like, I want a yard, I want this, I want that. We're all like that, right? Don't worry if you start doing it. List them all on a piece of paper or on a phone or on a computer, whatever method you prefer. List all of the features, like the scenes or the options that you want to put on your layout. Once you have that list, start going through it where you're like, okay, this is mandatory. For example, I want a continuous loop so that the trains can run without me having to touch anything. Is that a requirement? Or is it, you know what? No, I just want to do switching. That is also an option. Next would be another example. I need 2 trains, or I don't care if there's only 1 train. That's also a good question, a good requirement. Or do I want industries? Do I want a yard? Do I want a tunnel? Do I want a bridge? Do I want a city? Do I want mountains? These are all things that you can list. And once you've decided what's absolutely I'd like, don't care, and no, I don't want it, you can list what you absolutely do not want. You can start trying to join all these things together. And that's how you get to a track plan, quite frankly. And your list can be very short or very long, right? And I'm not just talking to Holly here, I'm talking to everyone trying to do a track plan. This is how I go about it. Sometimes I don't have idea, I just put the baseboard and I just start putting tracks until I see something I like. Sometimes I do a lot of deep diving. Honestly, all these questions I just listed are questions that if you want me to help you make a track plan, that you will need to have an answer. Without these answers, I can't create something you like. I can create something I like, but it's not my layout, it's yours. And if you want your layout to be great, I need to know what you're looking for. Dave was a little easier because I knew some feature like the metro, the over and under, and the space, but I also know Dave a bit more, where I know a bit more what he likes and what he was looking for. Like I've been watching him for over 2 years now on YouTube, and so it's a parasocial relationship at that point where I know him a bit more his taste than like normally we would know if we're just met as friends. But that's not a bad thing. It's just it's easier for me to create a plan with him or for him. So yeah, those are the methods of creating a track plan. I do plan on making a video later this year about how to work in a track plan, and how those questions will be also mentioned in that video and examples and stuff. But until then, if you're here and you're interested in how making layouts, that would be it. So yeah, this is yes, no switching, 1 train going around existing village buildings. See, Holly, that's pretty simple, but adding up and downs and stuff like that. And at the size of the layout you have, I need to check the track spacing in between the 2 tracks, but I think we could do something nice. And we might be able to fit. I don't get your hopes up. It would need to be worked on, but I'll see if I can do a 2-track, 2 main line track. I have an idea for you as well. If you think of my 2x4 N scale layout, think of that, but with something extra. So yes, that would be the ideas that I have. And let me change a train. Let's put a Via Rail train on. Will this fit there? I don't think so, but we'll try. Worst case, I can just take it off. Alright, so I will change the train that's going over and under. Actually, I'll change both. Why not? I want to run the V-Rail on the bottom, going this direction, but for the... Hi, Caboose! Colleen, Holly, I can picture a Hallmark's channel sound scene with your train layout. That sounds actually a good idea. Let's have some fun taking the... Let's start by switching the Via Rail out, and then we'll switch the other one out. I'm not sure what train is going to be on the other one, but we'll figure out something. Never a dull moment here. So we're 1 hour in. I think it's going great, actually. I would personally say that so far the stream's going great. I know Dave left to make himself some food, but so it's time to talk about him. Alright, so the V-Rail is out and about. So the only thing is this freight car, the 80-something foot, doesn't like the S-bend, so I need to put my finger on it to add some weight. And adding weight would not work because it doesn't add pressure. It's a weird car. David, I have about 18.5 by 9 feet space to play for my layout. I'm going to be prototyping. Well, no, that's actually sounds pretty good. And also, my trackline ideas are very much for the freelance people. There's nothing wrong with going hyper realistic. It's just not my area of expertise. Nothing to look at it, but we'll try again later. The hungrier you get, the less picky you get. So that's why I want to give that heads up as well. If you inquire about my services for track planning, think you do have to keep that in mind, that I'm not used to, I've never really done prototypical recreation. I'm very much of a freelance design type of person. And it's getting more complicated what I'm explaining, right? You're like, okay, well, you're good at this, but then you have this limitation. That's the thing. I enjoy what I'm doing, and I think I'm half decent at doing track plan, but I'm very specialized in my one thing, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not for everyone, right? We all have specialties, and I think that would be my specialty. So for the other train that will run, do you guys have any suggestion? Not everything can work because it's the incline loop, but let's see. Do you guys want a Japanese train? Actually, let's go for that. Who wants a Japanese train, and if so, which one? I'm open to suggestion for Japanese trains. I have a few. I have two. One, the tree train. We have the blue and silver train. The containers are hiding it. I tried to do something. I have the next that Dave sent me, and I also have two bullet trains. So let me know which one you want to see. All of them work. The tree train. All right, Colleen. That's gonna be the choice for tonight. Yes, please, any Japanese Shinkansen. If you have David, we'll run that one next. We'll start with the tree train, and then we'll do the Shinkansen. I know I'm open. So the only thing I don't know is where I'm gonna park this one. I guess I could shove it manually there. Let's do that. I'll manually put that out of the way, and the hand of God is gonna work, and then we'll take out the tree train, which I really like it. And again, one of the perk of that train is that it's light and great because it's a Kato, so it's gonna run great on that one. Speaking of, both Rapido and Walters have stopped or never started answering me for the RMAs for both the RDC or the DCC loco, the new loco on HO scale. So that's a thing. I don't know what I did wrong, but apparently, so the full story for the HO scale one, the new Walters loco I got a few weeks ago that I did DCC install, the motor is going bad for whatever reason, and it's about to kill my decoder. And so I contacted Walters and I said that I wanted to get a motor somehow directly to me so I can replace it myself to avoid a lot of shipping, and they disregarded that completely, and now they just wanted me to send a loco. I asked for shipping because it's going to the States, if who's going to take care of the what is it called, the tariffs. And we're not talking about tariffs, I'm just saying that it is a thing, and they stopped responding when I asked for that. I just wanted to know if I could get the motor on my side, so that was disappointing. Otherwise the and for the Rapido, they just never replied to my ticket for the RDC to buy some wheels from them. I don't even expect them to give it to me because I know it's my fault. I want to buy some of them, and if they don't have any left, can you just let me know, right? Just say, hey, we don't have any, sorry. But they should, because they're making another batch of these RDCs. But that's not the point, right? My point is, like, can you at least just let me know? I'm a little disappointed because Rapido, last time I had something with them, it went great. So I don't know why it's different this time. Alright, so this one is in. We'll move that train out of the way with the hand of God, fortunately. I just want to make it simpler for everyone, including myself. So, let's flip the turnout. Get this train out and about. Oh, wrong way. Alright, so pre-train is on the track, my VRL is on the track, which I personally enjoy a lot. So this should be running for a little while. I'm also getting snacky right now. I may take a break in a few minutes and go grab a snack, but not yet. Just making sure it doesn't split the switch there. That the switch in the back there is not problematic per se, but it's not the best. Sometimes it derails there when it faces it. But I want to run it this way because they'll cross each other here, so it'll be nice. My basement. All right, so. Also, just a note, the turnouts I've replaced from the Atlas to the Pico solved a lot of issues, quite frankly. Oh, Holly saw the big boy today. Oh my god. Sure. So yeah, the Pico turnouts are a big positive difference. The Kato turnouts are 95% reliable. The Atlas are 75% reliable, but the Pico are super reliable. They're as good as it gets. So yeah, that would be. Oh, nice, Kevin. You saw. I'm trying to upload my Discord. Honestly, Holly, I'd suggest uploading it to YouTube, and if it's from your phone, you on your phone you go share video, and you press more, and the YouTube app will show up there. Share it to YouTube, and then take the link from that video and put it on Discord. It'll be much easier. Discord has some limits on the size of the video, so instead put it on YouTube and link it to Discord. It'll be your first video on YouTube, actually. That would be the best way to do this, I think. The easiest, sorry, not necessarily the best, because that's subjective, but I think the easiest way is to put it on YouTube instead. I mean, you can, Holly. You're limiting yourself by saying you can't. I know for a fact. All right, Mustache Mike. Oh, I thought you said you had to leave. No. All right. But yes, I know you can, Holly. On your phone, if you open where the video is, there's a share button, like you want to share it by text or whatever. There's an option for more, and from there you can find the YouTube app and share it there. That would be the easiest way to do. That's how I do it for, well, not my videos recently, but for my YouTube shorts, which I should make one, not tonight, but I should make one for tomorrow. I like to put a short on Sunday and a video on Wednesday when I'm inspired to do something or have the time to do something. Yeah. Hi, Eugene. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. I know. So. All right. Yeah, it's working great, actually. Also, I don't know if Kevin Pickrell is still here, but I would like to thank him again for the locomotives. They've been running great. Mustache Mike, I'm not forgetting you for the cars that you sent me. And Jim, I know he's not in the chat, but he said he would be lurking. Thank you for all the stuff you sent me. I actually have not taken the time to properly deep dive into everything he sent me. So the locomotive needs maintenance, and I haven't even fixed my current train, so the other ones have not been fixed yet. That's on me. And the rolling stock, some of them need coupler swaps, so, and I don't have any. Well, what do you know? I did it. Nice, Holly. Good job. Post it on Discord. YouTube's not gonna work because it's you're not a moderator, but that's fine. And I told you, you just needed to believe in yourself. Hi, Don. I will follow Mustache Mike's advice and do a Dave and sneak some food around here. I'm trying to keep my basement food free so that there's no waste or forgotten stuff, but might have to sneak some food. I do have a view that doesn't have my face in it. This one. So while I'm eating, I could do that. So yeah, that would be the layout plans for night, I think. Oh, nice! Thank you, Dave. Any turn. Um, that's gonna be a whole other thing. Food can be overrated. Yeah, well, my extra weight says otherwise. I clearly love food and it's not overrated. Especially unhealthy food. It's so good. It is so good. So bad for me, but so good. So, yeah, speaking of projects, let's talk about this layout. Things that I can do, because I did say I have a lot of projects now that I want to do before buying more stuff. First thing is to complete the wiring for the turntable and roundhouse. They're all wired and soldered, but the leads are just falling through and it's not connected. I need to make a whole panel with switches on it. I want to complete. I want to make the city around here. I really want to do a nice little city area. I have a few ideas there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the back corner over there, but I need to do something because right now it sits empty, and well, I don't want it to sit empty, but I don't know what to do there. I have, like I said, this one will need to order some stuff, but I do have a street running area that is not shown because there's nothing right now. Will be getting Thomas and friends on the scale. Will cost me. Oh, that's a lot. Shouldn't be that expensive. Bachman stuff, especially the. Maybe I'm wrong, but what currency are you using, Andrew? Because that sounds like it is too expensive for what it is. Have a food train going on tonight. Oh yeah. Hell, food is garbage. It is, but it isn't. It doesn't taste as good, but it sure does make me feel better when I do sport activities. So yeah, I want to do that. The streets. I want to do electrical poles. I want to do. There's a few things. Oh, Mustache Mike, you're right. If it's a whole collection, that's different. If it's, I thought it was a starter set, but if it's a whole collection, then it's a different story. Don't listen to me. I might be wrong. Hi, Peter. Welcome back. So, in 10 minutes, we'll be halfway through the stream. I will take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break. 5-minute break. Yeah, 5-minute break in 5 minutes. So I can go grab a snack and more water, actually. And then I'll be right back and we'll swap the train then. And I know these have not ran for as long, but I do think it would be nice to run also the Shinkansen, one of my Shinkansen, because I currently have two. And for the other train, I think some people here would enjoy a steamer, so that's going to be also part of the selection of train. So that's I'm pretty sure there are some people who would enjoy the oh, awesome, Sudbury. Thank you for coming. No problem for the shout out. Good night. And actually, if you want to email me, Sudbury, if you want to join my Discord, we can talk more, because you have some great ideas for your layout, so I'm very interested to learn more about it. And of course, I'll be watching your videos. I will absolutely put a steamer on. And I'll use my switching. Again, it's not the conventional switching that people do where they pick up cards and stuff. Would love to chat. I don't have Discord, but email. Alright, well, in the description, I have my email. Send me an email there and we'll be able to talk. So yeah, I will do my style of switching, which is parking the train into its designated siding and then flipping a switch to run the other train in its dedicated siding. I actually don't have a dedicated siding for the Via right now because I've decided that that was allocated to a Japanese train. But we'll just take it off the track. It's actually a pretty simple train to put back on and back. Yes, yes, I am, and I do live inside an apartment. Yeah, well, N scale makes sense for, if you live in an apartment. I do, that's how I started N scale, is because I was inside an apartment. So yeah, this is the layout. So 10 minutes. Okay, so in 5 minutes I will disappear to go grab a snack, and I'll be back afterwards. And more water, actually. Z scale, yeah, Z scale is a great idea, Jersey Bill, but there's in the US, because of American Z lines, there's quite a few options, but here in Canada they're a lot more expensive and less options. So it's a great scale for very limited space, but the rolling stock options are a little bit more limited than a N scale, and especially if you're in Canada. He said that he was in New York, so in the United States, American Z line has a lot of good option, but for the fellow Canadians that are limited in space, oh Holly, well I'm sure there's some at the corner store. I would understand if you take a few minutes to go grab some. But yeah, for the fellow Canadians who wants to run a lot of Canadian rolling stock, I would say the N scale is a bit more versatile and a lot more option. Fun fact, if you really look for it, Kato has Z scale track. I've never tried it, but they do. I don't know if they actively make it, but I know they exist. It is out there. Trying to think if I have something special that I need to announce before I leave. I don't think so. I'll go grab some food, and then I'll be back, and I'll be answering more of your question and swapping the trains around. I do think I want to run the... Oh, I'm running the Shinkansen afterwards, as requested, and I love that train. But I do want to run Dave's Gifts, the Next train, and EX, Narita Express. It is quite a nice train. I wasn't as much of a fan from pictures, but in person, the amount of details and stuff, I really like it. It is a very, very nice train. So yeah, I will go grab the Shinkansen right now, actually. So we will be running my personal favorite of Shinkansen, which is the Series 100. It was actually the first one I ordered. And where did I put this? I don't know if I have it here or not. I think it's upstairs. I'll go grab it at the same time. This is the Series 100 for those who aren't aware. Just want to get the lights on. It is no longer in service in Japan, but it is still a beautiful train. When I get back with the snacks and water, I feel everything is more expensive in Canada. Yeah, Matthew, you're not wrong. When I get back, I will show you. It's a French book, but that book was given to me by my father when I was very young, and he that book has a lot of pictures of trains that I was so impressed as a kid, and I realized that a lot of the selection I do, or the special stuff that I get, is because of those. That book. As a kid, I really liked those, and I always wanted to see them. Obviously, some of them I will never be able to see them in person because, well, they don't run anymore, they don't exist. But I can have a model, and that is the closest thing I can do. Hence why I'm not obsessed, but I buy rotary snowplow, I buy the regular snowplow, I buy some Japanese N scale, not all of it. Quite frankly, it was just a bullet train, but I buy some Japanese N scale. The Canadian actually is in that book. There are some more trains in there that I don't have. I wasn't a fan of all of them, but some of them. But I really want to show that book, and even though it's in French, it's really just for the pictures that I want. I love the book as a kid, and that's what I wanted to show. Like, here are the trains that I thought were awesome as a kid, that I ended up with models or am planning to buy models of at some point in my life. So I'll be right back to go grab some snacks, unhealthy ones, because I am not a healthy person, and I will show. I will be right back. So let's change the camera to the 4 cams. Oh, not there. And there you go. Good night, Daryl. Oh, nice, Dave. I'll be right back. I am back, but I will mute my mic for crunch time because I'm eating some chips and I have the book with me. I will be showing that a little later. All right, I'm back. I will go grab some water in the basement actually because I forgot my glass, and I'll be back again. All right, let's bring back the 6 cam. Uh, oh no, Colleen, you didn't say pizza. Aw, now I want one. I'm not a Hawaiian pizza. I'm a Donair pizza guy, which only Atlantic Canada has. But that would be really good right now. I can't. But yeah. So everyone. Actually, I know I said I'd do a train change on my return. I will prepare the bullet train, but I will not change it right away. I actually want to run these a little bit more. Oh, Dave, you know what it is? Nice. Donair pizza, yeah. So, it is not exactly the same, but Donair is basically a kebab, but with a different sauce. Yeah, Halifax. It's spread across Atlantic, but it started in Halifax, absolutely. It's a kebab with a very, very good garlicky sweet sauce and a meat with a kick, pork, and it's just so good. It's just so good. And around here, they do Donair pizzas, which is Donair sauce instead of regular sauce, Donair meat, red onions, tomatoes, and cheese. So good, so good. And that's how I gain weight. That and a poutine. Oh man. But poutine pizza? Nope, I'm not doing that. I will have a poutine with a pizza, but not poutine pizza. So yeah, I will prepare the bullet train. And before we start the bullet train, I will show you the book I meant to show earlier. Word, that's a way. Or otherwise, if someone wants to help Holly, that is in Discord and in the chat here. Yes, but we're in Discord. I would recommend Real Train. There's a chat category called Real Train. I'd say put it there. Just making sure the motor's not in this one. Nope, perfect. The train's going that way. Alright. Actually, I will use my re-railer that I left there. Hi, Tinsley Field. One, two with the pantograph. I will couple them together. So all of my, we tried to have each city's local dish when, okay, Cropper, Quebec poutine, PEI, baked potato. That sounds like a great trip. Honestly, a food-related trip. I know that's not what you meant to go, but that's, That's a really nice trip. Rail train, not an option. Model trains or general, maybe. It should be an option. There might be a setting wrong with your account. I'll have to look into it, but there should be a model rail train option. If someone is in the Discord, is not everyone seeing the rail train section? Just take your time, put the bullet on track. Will do. Thank you. Just trying to be as careful as possible with this unit. Again, this is my favorite bullet train of all. Hi, Caboose. We do have great fish and chip down south, yes. And when I say down south, I mean south of New Brunswick. I'm just waiting for this one to pass by so I can put the last car. I will not put the one before last right now because I need to, because that's a motorized one and this track is not insulated. Oh, this one's not on the track properly. There you go. And it's on the track. Oh, it was on the track properly. And it's still not on the track properly. It was, and it lost it. Nice. I think it is. Yep, it is. Last one will wait for the train change. Because it's the motor car. So this one will also be a disappointment today because I did not install lighting in this train yet. None of my past Japanese equipment has it. But that's one of the projects that I have on my backlog. Alright, so the book. So, for the very few of you that speak French, there's this book that says Mon Grand Livre des Trains. So Jean-Pierre might be able to read this. It says my great or big book of trains. And, well, right there you see why I like a Santa Fe Loco. This was a beautiful, I'm not even sure which Loco that one is. But certainly a nice one. This book had, it's a child's book, so don't get me wrong. Don't expect anything advanced, but it was just showing. I actually switched the camera to my face. It's gonna be easier. So, and give this power supply a break. Move the camera a tad bit down so I can show you better. So this book, like I said, has trains from around the world. It was a French one because I was born French, but this is the glossary. Alright, so of course it started with the model of the first trains. I need one of those in HO scale or N scale, pretty sure HO scale. But I need one of those. I want one of those, I know they exist. Then we have, I don't actually have one of these, but I like them. The old school American steamers. Dave has one, doesn't run great. Jason has one that runs great. This one's actually really nice. Those are the British trains, the bigger steamers. I don't have any, and as nice as they are, I don't plan on getting any. I wouldn't be opposed to having some, but it's not in my plans. Then the biggest American Loco, which is obviously there's the big boy, and then so this is a big boy here. I think that that's the Challenger. I actually, if I had to choose, I'd pick the Challenger. And this one is, I believe, the Triplex. Not sure. This one was really different. Anyways, don't plan on getting that one. Next we have, oh, this is the Loco. Actually, this looks like, I don't know at all which one they are. I know these are two different. This is a 6-axle, 4-axle, but these are two very nice Loco. I do want at one point a Santa Fe Loco with that, the war bonnet paint scheme. I always loved it, apparently because of this book. And this is where it gets me. The V-Rail Canadian and the older CP Rail Canadian, which I have trains of both actually. And this opened up with more trains right there. The European passenger train. I really want an Eurostar. Eurostar. These are nice. Very, very nice. Then, I'm showing you every single one of them, and I'm telling you which one I'd like to have and which one I'm like, okay, they're nice, but they're not. The TGV, I would love to have one of each. I think they're gorgeous. These were the first fast trains I heard of. I know there's bullet trains in there, but I wasn't fully grasping everything. I saw movies with the TGV in it and got into it. These are where I heard for the first time about the bullet trains. And you might recognize this one, the Series 100. Love it. Always loved it. And at the bottom here, there's the Series 100 that I love. There's a Series 0 and Series 300. Never cared for the 300, but I saw that and I was like, oh shoot, I also love this, the Series 0. So wanted that. This is something I'd love to model, but I think that would be custom made. This, the MagnaRail stuff, I think it could be made, especially with the 3D printer. This could be nice. 3D printer and some magnets. Alright, so I heard some pretty decent donor in Alberta. Yeah, a lot of people from the East Coast moved there and brought those. These I don't know a lot about. These are from other places in the world. There's the ice train. There's, I don't even know what this is. This or this. But they're nice. It didn't catch my eye before. These are cool. These are the mountain ones with spur gears. I thought, or mountain ones. I like the scenery there. This is something I'd do. So, but I'm not sure. This could be cool in a corner, but I don't know if they do anything similar in N-scale. Monorails, just a cool idea. I don't plan on having any, but could be a cool feature on the layout. And this is really what got me. Those rotary snowplows. This particular one. This is White Pass. I believe that's a Rio Grande thing. But they have, CN has a very similar paint scheme. This is, oh yeah, I've seen so many videos recently of this. Let's just grab this. Yep, right there. This is in, what is it called, that area? It's a popular mountain pass. Anyways, very cool. Right now it's BNSF. This is like the Sears catalog. Yeah, that's what it is. And that was it. So my dad got me this book when I was a kid, when maybe 3 or 4 years old, I don't know. Somehow kept it in decent enough condition to still have it today. And it inspired me to start. Of course, the Canadian stuff is because I lived near where they were running. But for the non-Canadian stuff, this is something really cool. You could model that MagnaRail on a road system like Dave. I thought of that. That is a good observation. I was thinking though, I could actually make it levitate like they actually do with magnets. The physics behind it is very simple. It's just the placement that you need to do, and you need a manual kickstart. They do, to make it accelerate and stuff, they have a system of it's a opposite polarity. The train's polarity I think doesn't change. The ones on the side of the rail, maglev, sorry, yeah, my bad. It's written in there. That's the worst part. Reverse polarity, when it's in the front, when the train gets to the magnet, it switches the polarity so that it pushes the train. It's simple physics and simple in theory. It's always same polarity underneath to keep it levitating. Maglev, magnetic levitation. That's where the name comes from. That is, and you need some liquid. Yeah, well, I'm not going there. But yeah, that, the idea of having it levitate by itself on a magnet, that's a very simple thing to do. Like you said, Mustache Mike, which is a great idea, doing a one magnet that moves around underneath or on the side could actually make it follow around, but that's more advanced. I think I just want one levitating inside a U-shaped track that I could 3D print and stick some magnets around and just have that on the layout for fun, right? It could... It's a... See, those are the projects that I can do without spending a lot of money. So those could be projects for later, but don't expect that anytime soon. It's just an idea I'm throwing out there. This is me being an open book on live stream of just saying what goes through my mind. Alright, so let's get back to running trains, actually. I will need to bring that up a bit. And bring the all 6 camera again. There you go. So, before we start this, I will actually finish putting the bullet train up. Where did I put the motor car? I know I kept it here. Oh, right there. It was right in front of me. Too obvious. Alright. This is the last car. This is the motor car. So, we'll put the box back where it belongs. Hi, Silver Badger. Where is a tree train? It's right there. That means it's gonna come down and cross over this. Okay, we're gonna move it away, but we have time to operate things before putting the other one on track. So, how did you guys like the book presentation? I'm not gonna do that every time, but I thought maybe it could be interesting to present the book. The book that started it all for me, actually. Which, again, that book is over 25 years old. It would be easier to make it levitate, look like it levitates, like a Disney monorail. Yeah, probably. It's just for fun. That was fun. Nice mustache, Mike. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's stop the train again so I can put that, the bullet train, the Shinkansen, on. Alright, everything's clipped on. Let's turn it on and let's send it on a track. Right, this track is all dirty, so it might not move as easily. That bullet train is gorgeous. I'll make them both go around the... We had Sears... I did too, by the way. I remember some toys that I got from that Sears catalog. I don't have them anymore, but that's also where my first... Not actually model, but pretty close to model trains came from. So... Dirty Tracks scandals. You're saying that, Holly? Wait till you have your own layout. You'll have Dirty Tracks more often than you think. You will have that scandal as well. Grew up with a... I did too. I actually did it. I was one of the last few years that had that wish book. Somehow. Time flew. Time flew faster than I'd like to admit. Alright, so the tree train is coming around. We will stop everything and reverse the tree train on the siding. Like so. There you go. It is in place. We'll bring back the regular trains, but we need to get this one off the track because this is not insulated yet. Right, the V-rail is stopped because I turned off the power. I can't wait to do my project. Cargo stays surprisingly clean. I had to take them out. Nice! So my layout, oh, thank you, Crazy Train. Yeah, it's one of the Easter eggs of the layout. My layout's dirty tracks is often caused by the trains themselves, not the actual track. My rolling stock is not the cleanest, and I have a lot of plastic wheels, and those will put some dirtiness on. Also, for whatever reason, the bridges are always getting dirtier than anything else. I am not saying that sentence, Jerseyville. There's a word in there that's dangerous. So let's get the steamer out, shall we? Let's move. I need to remove it manually, like I said. Fortunately, I don't have enough sightings because you never have enough sightings. Dave thinks he has a lot. That's nothing. On the track plan, but I'm hoping he's going to use it for two of the Japanese trains to leave on track. I know it's not a lot. We could add some more probably, but I know it's not a lot. Two, but he'll find the two with the most brittle or sensitive couplers, and he could leave them on the entire time. So let's flip this around like so. This one goes great. Now this is properly switched. Oh, wrong direction apparently. Oh, right. No, this is correct. Oh, I did the opposite of what I should have done. Come on, Owen. Why are you not going? They're supposed to go. You have power there. There you go. There's power to the track. Okay, I forgot to flip the switch. You might think that the bullet train is going fast. Well, it's a bullet train, so it's gonna go fast. Did you not order a new mic set yet? No, I did not. And Dave, I'll have to talk to you about this. Yeah. I'll talk to you about stuff in general when we connect again on either Messenger or on Discord. Nothing bad, but I'm cutting my expenses. I use Stride Bike. Using. Oh, nice. Oh, nice, Raven. Awesome. No worries, there's the bill. And we have a steamer running for Holly. It is the opposite of what she saw today. Hi, George. Awesome. I did see you say hi earlier, but I don't think I saw most of your messages. Again, I had to get off the screen a few times, so sorry. So, GW Rail, I'm doing one of the most controversial things. I'm using a abrasive track cleaner for tough spots. And I'm also doing the least controversial thing with isopropyl alcohol for regular cleaning. You put some on a paper towel, just rub your track, and this takes most of it. But sometimes it gets really grimy, you use this. So, least controversial, the most popular, and Glugon actually works great. I've I did notice though that it leaves a slight oily residue, so I just wipe it with a dry paper towel once or twice afterwards. Goo Gone works great. No, this is not drinkable alcohol though. It's not. It's a non-Holly approved alcohol. So where is this steamer? Could be around here. Oh, it's coming out of the tunnel. Perfect. Since it's on a flat track, I'm gonna check if I can add more cars to that steamer passenger train. I do have some nice ones that could look nice behind it. I've had it for years and never used them simply because I didn't have the layout for them before, and I do. Let's see how they look with it. I know I've stopped both. I'm still on a single DC controller for the whole layout, so bear with me. I had found a full set on eBay that was auctioned, but each piece were auctioned separately, and I only won half of the set. So that was a little disappointing, but I'm okay. I'm not mad about it. It was just weird, and I never found the other two sold separately or a full set because I could have two of the two cars that I have. There you go. Should run nice. Yeah, it's fine. The little steamer that could... I really love that little steamer. Like, I really, really do. It's my favorite steamer on my end scale stuff. Oh, actually, already a problem. Why? Oh, the trip pin's way too low. Alright. I will turn off the steamer, run the bullet train while I fix the trip pin problem. Oh, something's derailed because it is not enjoying something right now. Are you okay? You can hold it, old fever. Is everything on track? Should be. Alright, good. Alright. So, I know it's been a while, but someone asked for my music taste. I can't really put 95% of my my music on here for for limitation of copyrights. But if the person who asked me is still in the chat, please say so. There is a few tracks that I know personally who made the tracks, and they gave me permission to use their tracks in my stuff. It is not something you guys would listen to usually, so that's why it's not actually used. But I can show you guys if you're interested, but I don't think you'll like it. I really don't. Oh, I lost the train. Why? I know that coupler height is not super stable because that conversion is not the best. Yeah, it's the coupler height issue. All right, give me a second there. Try to see what I can do about that. The springs too stiff and not stiff enough at the same time. It's not, so it's in place, but it's not. Also with the top of, I could do that. So now I'm remembering why I wasn't running these cars. The conversion for the couplers are not greatest. Hi, Snappy. Snappy? Let's, it's still a little low. Let's try to bring the coupler up a little bit. Do I have my... I don't have my screwdrivers here. Do I have something? No, I will go grab it. Just give me a second, everyone. I just want to fix the coupler issue. Right. Alright, let's hope it stays. No guarantees, but let's try. Alright. And it derailed again. So that's why I wasn't running them. I'll reverse them just in case it makes a difference. Because sometimes some stuff runs better pulling one away. Let's hope it works better this way. Is that new? Well, no. Actually, that was my first one. It is the Series 100. Tinsley Fields. Runs great, looks great, but it was my first one. Why? Oh my god. This car really doesn't want to play tonight. Maybe if it went the other direction it would help, but I'm not sure. After this lap, if it gives me a trouble again, I will actually try running the train the other direction. Because the way the points are, it actually works a little bit different. So the Series 100 had a few double decks in the middle, yes. The complete train has even more than that, but I just have this part. I missed what Raven said, by the way. So we will see on the back section if it works again. If it works, then we'll leave it. If it doesn't, I'll try to make the train go the other direction. See if that helps. Nope, it derailed again. Alright, I'll try to go the other way around. Give me a minute. I don't take this one off the track often. These little N-scale steamers have a lot of wheels to put on, even the smaller ones. Kevin, whoops, wrong direction. Work the point a few. No, the point is not the issue. I'll explain to you pretty simply. The two first cars have truck-mounted couplers, and the last car has body mounted couplers. So what happens is the last car is putting some tension on the car in the front and pushing the truck to the side, and the truck is jumping into the siding even though the switch is straight. So unfortunately, it is not the switch the problem, it is the S-bend mix with the trucks being, oh, something else around there. Why? So it's the S-bend mixed with the truck, the way the couplers are mounted, that is giving me this issue. Good night, Drizzy Bill. Thank you for coming. If it still doesn't work properly this way, I'm just gonna remove them back and just have the regular trains we have usually. But it was a really good suggestion, Robert, and it is something that people should consider to rog the switch back and forth a few times when the switch is the issue. But again, unfortunately, in this case, it's not. It's one of those cases where if I had more space or would have been smart, I would have planned a piece of straight in front of the turnout after the curve so that it settled in. I was limited in space and I couldn't put that in. Let's see how it handles the S-bend this time. And nope, see, it derailed at a different spot. It really is the coupler mounting solution the issue. I'll give it a full lap and then I'll stop. It's 11:10 my time, obviously, so about 15 minutes left. Sometimes something tiny gets stuck at point not visible to make it out. That is true as well, Robert. You clearly have worked for a long time with N-scale Unitrack. Clearly you know what you're doing. But I wish it was that. Unfortunately, it isn't. Because there's solutions to that, right? Okay. Working on a new project. Nice, Josh. Good for you. So. Let's see if it derails again. This is its last chance for tonight for the two added passenger cars. If they work, great. If they don't, we'll just take them off. And I can't just have one because they're transition cars, both of them. And they work this time. Alright. They gain an extra lap. Oh, no. It derailed at another point somehow. let's just remove them. And I'll flip the train around because the way it parks, it makes more sense to be the other way around for the steamer. Hi, Ellery. Alright, so the little steamer hood is running. I technically have... This one doesn't run as good. There's pickups on it, but it has a lot of resistance because of the pickups, so I wouldn't run it with that train. But yeah. I have a few CN passenger cars that don't work great, and I have a bunch of Eurail that do work great. But that is a an excursion. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Just give me, again, 1 minute. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. So we have 45 minutes left. After the bullet train, we will run, when there's 30 minutes left, we will take the bullet train off and put the Narita Express train. And we will replace the steamer by something else. We'll see. So, don't know what, but I do have an idea, actually. Jean-Pierre, are you still here? I know this a little bit far-fetched, but if he is, I might have something for him. Well, not for him as in giving, but for him to enjoy. Speaking of subscribers, thank you very much, Crazy Train. I'm curious, where is my subscriber count? Did we make some subscribers tonight? We did! We made one! Nice! Good. I'm happy about that. let's... Jean-Pierre has not responded. Alright, that's fine. What could we run? We haven't ran any modern CN Freight. We also have not ran... We ran some Via Rail, we ran CN Passenger, we ran CP Rail Freight, we ran Japanese stuff, and we will run Japanese stuff. So, CN Freight or something else. I'm not saying what it is, but something that we barely see on the layout. Which one would you prefer? Best Surprise or CN Freight? Steam, not an option. Not what I asked. You have Steam right now, but I'm limited. A lot going on there. Yes, thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, there is a lot going on. The perk of N-Scale, I guess. Surprise, surprise, perfect. Surprise it is. Let me go fetch the surprise. Steeper contrast with Japan. Steam again is not going to be an option, Silver Badger, but surprise it is. So the surprise in my hands. Oh, no worries, Silver Badger. I do wish at some point to buy actually a Japanese steamer. They look nice. That would be fun to have. It's not necessary, but it would be fun to have a nice little Japanese steamer. Distracted Engineering won Dave's Japanese steamer, and I thought it was really nice. He also has a Twilight Express, so he has some really nice trains in general. This is... So, do you guys want to see the surprise? I'm gonna give you a glimpse. Did you get it? Did you get it? Do you know what this is? Has anyone guessed it? I'm curious to see if anyone saw what it was. One last time. Kado? Oh, that's good. Actually, there's one Kado and one that isn't, but that's... Japan trains? Nope. Nope. No Burlington Northern? Not Japanese. Trolley? Nope. I'm curious to see if anyone's gonna guess it. It's something you've seen, but only rarely on the layout. Comics? Nope. No, the other one's Concore. Minimax? Nope, but that's a good one. Nope, I don't have any Go, and I don't have any Swiss. But it's something that comes to Canada. But it's not from Canada. E5? Nope. What is the blue-white locomotive sitting there? Oh, that's a CN patch. It's a demo. NS? That's a really good guess, but no. Autorax? Nope. Phantom? No. Yes, Kevin. Kevin gets it. And I technically have two options that I don't know which one I'm going to use. So, I have Superliners or just give me a second, I'm going to show you Amfleet. So, which one would you guys prefer to see? I actually don't know how well the Superliner is going to run, but it could be an option. I'm willing to try both, quite frankly, but the hint should have been that Jean-Pierre would have loved it, right? He loves Amtrak. Amphlete. All right. The first that I see is the first that gets on. Right, it's this track. I can't remember which one I want. So yeah. Sorry. Amphlete it is. The Amphlete will run. Let's start actually. Oh, derailment! Holy shit, that was a bad one too. That's a bad wreck. Did I break the coupler? I hope not. No, it looks fine. It wrecked the train. Holy moly! I don't know if anyone could see it on the camera, but it. Wow, that was a pretty realistic derailment. So I guess we will put those away. Actually, no, they were staying on track. I will put them back properly on track. And bring them down so I can take the Narita Express out. Right. There we go. So all is good. Nice. That is a proper derailment. Half of the train is off the track. My God. Everything went south. Let's get the Narita Express out of the yard. Let's bring the bullet train down. See ya, Silver Badger. That's a really nice train. Thank you, Dave, again. Oh, almost caused an accident. Not sure which one is the motor car. This one? Alright, now let's park the steamer where it belongs. Thank you very much, Crazy Trains. That was a gift from Dave, so thank him, honestly. Alright, let's put the Amphlete on the track with the P-42. To pull. Oh, thank you very much, Doc. Well, David, thank you very much. It will be used for Japanese stuff if that's what you wish. Again, I do have a steamer that I'd really like to have. We should. Oh boy, I feel like I'm gonna get beat on that one. I'm interested, but I think we all know who's gonna finish quicker, which is a good thing in this case. Oh. Don't tell the least. I'll say what I have to say. As long as I'm not lying, it's not a problem. Why aren't you copulating, as Dave says? This kit, this set of cars has been lit, actually, in a different way. It was filmed the way I lit them, but then I actually changed them since. I added a bridge rectifier and I did some soldering. But it's not an LED strip, it's still the old school method of a single LED. So don't expect too much from me, right? Alright. So one of the two kits is on. Now, kit number 2. Of course, one couple, the other one uncouples. Oh boy. The joys of N-scale. We don't talk about it at this point. Alright, these are all connected. Let's back up these two. And now something's derailed. There you go. I believe this is the proper direction. Yep, it is. This hasn't ran in a while, so quite happy to see it run. They all have a capacitor, but a very small one, so it doesn't prevent flickering, it just makes it smoother. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Holly. A Japan steamer. It is an idea. I will turn down the lights for the lit cars. I miss these cars. That whole train set is great. I don't run my Amtrak often enough. Too bad Jean-Pierre's not here. Oh, Russ is here. Nice. Hi, Russ. Well, Russ, I'm just learning from the best, which is Dave. And the best at what you're asking, the best at ignoring you. So, I'm just trying to learn from that guy. If he does YouTube good and ignores you, there must be some truth to it. Yeah. Are you thinking of a big Japanese hero? The weird little ones, of course. I mean, I'm saying weird little one, of course. I'd like to see more of the big Japanese ones before making a judgment, but right now the ones I'm thinking of are the small ones. Those are the ones I know. So, hi James. This actually looks really good. Again, the lighting is not as good as Dave's, but we don't talk about that. All we talk about is the fact that it's good. David's just a jerk, Kevin. Don't be like that. Alright, Russ. The big one looks like kind of European. The red and white one? Kind of. Oh, you mean the Steamers. I really need to look into it. Do you have any model name or example mustache, Mike, that I could type into Google after the stream? Just so I can look them up more better. Even not as well lit as Dave, I still think it adds a lot to the train. So, not mad about that. These lights. Really not. And even the tiny capacitor, because it's a single LED, doesn't take a lot of power. Works pretty good. Like, it's not perfect, but not complaining. Holly, I'm like you. The little weird ones are usually the greatest ones. So. Oh wow, Russ. That is an event. Mark that on your calendar and keep a reminder of that, because that's not gonna happen often. It is Dave after all. I want to show. So I will be moving a camera. Don't get sick. When the Amtrak comes back around, I want to show the effect that I love, which is the effect of the lights of the train on the scenery. You can see it here already around the train, but the best part is in the back here. You can see it on the mountain. Of course, I missed it. I'll wait till it comes back. My bad. It'll be back in a second. Give it a minute. It'll come back. Halfway there. Come on, buddy. You can do this. There you go. There you are. But you can see the lights on the scenery on the side. And this is what I love, and this is why I want to put scenery there. Exactly for that reason. Oh, nice, Peter. I'll bring the lights back on, by the way. by the way, for anyone curious, I have decided that my YouTube short that will release tomorrow will be about the Amtrak train. So expect to see that tomorrow pop up on the channel. I know not everyone watches the YouTube short, and that's fine. But for those who do, that's what will be the next YouTube short. I do think it's gonna look nice. I find the Japanese sets seem to not derail so easily. Those have the... Doc, it depends. I find that they do tend to handle better on Kato stuff. So Kato switches, because they have deep flanges, but their deep flanges in the Atlas turnouts makes them jump. And, that's why I do get derailment sometimes with the Japanese stuff. It doesn't like the Atlas switches as much. Please tell me about that white apartment building. I might need a few of them. These ones? These two? I'll send you the link to those. They're like $20, $15, $20 each. They're clip-ons and they're great. There's even cheaper ones in gray that you could paint yourself, Dave. I can send you the link to all of those. I did get one that is all broken into pieces on purpose. So this one will be used for something special. I'll send you that information, Dave, no worry. They look really nice and they're easy to modify in Kit Bash. This is what Denny on N-Scale Dystopia uses the most, the gray ones. Yeah, the Godzilla scene. That's exactly what I want to do. There's a few different models of the broken building, so I'm thinking of at least two and a Godzilla, but mine's not going to be a GIF, it's going to be an actual little figurine. And we'll have fun. That could be what's in the corner over there. Elevate the terrain, put two buildings in the back, and Godzilla. I don't see any comments from you, on any of my... Russ, I will be honest, I don't comment on most of the videos that I watch. Just to let you know, I did watch quite a few of your videos. I can't name them all on top of my head, but I will be going through them a bit more afterwards. And I will start leaving comments from now on. Not all of them, because I don't always comment, but I will leave. Leave more later. Alright. You know, I'm not Dave, but I'm still not the most talkative person. I do this, and I respond to you on the live chats, but commenting, that's more than I usually do. I don't use code 55, I'm using code 80 and still through the Atlas and Pico turnouts and Diamond. Yeah, so I also, code 80 and Kato is code 80. Pico stuff, the Japanese stuff has no problem and it does not derail. And like I said, you're right, it is more stable on most of the track. It's really just the Atlas switches that it doesn't like. Ultraman Kid show. I do not remember the Ultraman show, Colleen. You mind? Well, I'm also, I have half the viewers of Dave, so, good night, James. I have half the viewers of Dave, Russ, so you gotta give him credit for that. A year and a half ago, when he had half the viewers that he has on his live streams, he could respond to most of them. It's really the more people there is, the harder it is to respond to everyone. I tried monitoring his chat, there's a reason why there's me, Jim, Michael, and Roseanne, and Sparky is a mod. There's a reason there's so many moderators, because we can't follow everyone, and that's why half of the time I have to repeat and tag Dave, say, hey, by the way, this person actually answered, because it goes too fast and he can't find them. Plus, when you're actively talking and taking care of things, you can't follow as well, so it is pretty hard. Okay, Doc, I have an intro. Okay, that's for Doc. Hi, Obster. So, I like poking fun at Dave, but I will defend, now that I know what it is to be on this side of the camera and this side of the screen, I will defend the guy for doing what he does. It is absolutely a lot of work and a lot of stress. So just as an FYI, the guy does work hard for these stuff. It does look easy, don't get me wrong. I started thinking it would be a lot easier than it is. You realize that being active, talking, making sure it's interesting, that everything works for multiple hours at a time is very demanding in energy. But you can't go to bed after. Even if you're tired, you're still awake for a while. So that's rough. Also, the staging, the work before, the cleanup afterwards, that's usually the next day. It is... That's a good idea, Robert. Thank you. But yeah, for a 3-hour live stream, there's probably 6 or 7 hours of work minimum, and the energy and stuff that's on top of it. That's why alone doing more than 3 hours for streams, it's amending, and that's why tonight is a 3-hour stream with a co-host. Makes it a lot less stressful and a lot easier. Still the same amount of cleanup and prep, even a bit more prep to make sure everything works together. But once you're live, knowing that someone watches the chat actively while the other one fixes its stuff really reduces the stress. Plus, the conversation you have with the other person makes it a lot easier to entertain. Yeah, that's how all of this goes, quite frankly. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. And if anyone wants to do live stream, I mean, clearly it is possible for everyone. And I'm realizing now that it sounds bad, but it's really not what I mean. YouTube, if you're willing to put the amount of work and also invest some money into it, you can absolutely do it. Keep in mind, and getting cameras, yep, is one of them. A microphone, even though this mic is stationary, so it's not as good, this mic alone, that was a $35 mic, which is not cheap, but not the most expensive thing, made a big difference in quality of the stream. And Kevin, we have a hard time. Oh, I know, Russ, and I'm not just saying that for you. Like, I know it, and it's fun, right? It adds to the stream. That poke and fun is actually a good thing, right? It adds to the video and the stream. That's fine. I'm just saying in general, for people who's interested in starting, it is a... honestly, the microphone makes a big difference. That would be more important than having a lot of cameras. With only 3 cameras, you can do something nice if you have good scene setup. It's a good microphone will make a big difference, and just talking and being willing to learn and to not necessarily do what you like. And I'm not saying I don't like what I'm doing, but there are some stuff that I would prefer to do that I know that YouTube's prefer. So let's say, trying to give an example that is right. I love to do scenery. right? Don't get me wrong, I love. But I'm a lot slower when I'm not... I was a lot slower doing scenery when I was doing it on my own. I did a lot more work in general in a year than I would have done on my own. Not because I don't like it, but there's a lot of times that I would have just sat down and ran my trains through bare plywood and be okay with it because I enjoy them. But knowing that it makes content and it improves the future content, I will make the effort of making a video of me doing scenery, not just do the scenery, but make a video of me doing the scenery to have progress for the channel. And I mean, it works, right? Everybody's happy, and I'm, at the end of the day, I'm happy with the results. I'm just saying that it is more work since you have to keep everyone entertained. So that's what I'm saying. Everyone can do it, but it's a learning curve. Video editing on a laptop or desktop, that is a big learning curve. There's streaming YouTube streams. That's a different thing. That's OBS, which is also a big learning curve. And there's all kinds of bugs. Phones can film very well for OBS, and you can actually use them as webcams for, like, this is a phone with a piece of software. On Android, it's called DroidCam. It's free and it works great. There's a lot of ways out there. Alright, I just want to follow the chat. I know I rambled a lot, just making sure I'm not missing anything. I bought my mic, but only have 2 cameras. Holly, that's all you need. That crazy trains, that's what we all like, running trains. That's the thing. But for YouTube, making progress makes a big difference. I started with StreamYard free version, couple of cams, super easy setup. That is true. David, someone like me starting my layout, I'd love to live stream it, but it takes a lot of commitment. I'm grateful for Kevin, Dave, and on. I think it's going to be just making videos for... I mean, that's all you... do what you want to do and what you like to do. Streaming has some upsides and some downsides, but it does. The upside is you don't have video editing. The downside is if it goes wrong, everything sees it, and everyone sees it, and it's well, it takes more time at once. A video will take longer to make. Like a 15 minutes video takes usually 4 to 6 hours to make as well. But you can do it in multiple short bursts. A live stream is all at once, except the cleaning out afterwards. So that would be the way I'd see it. I have my White Pass and Yukon, the Blue Wolf Dave gave me, Thomas Kincaid, and the new Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer that I just got a month ago. I'll eat 2. So let's say you have a table, you put 1 on each end, or 1 on your trains, 1 on yourself, depending on what you like. You have a microphone so they can hear you properly, and we just look at the trains running, right? 2 cameras, 1 on each end, so we can see both sides of the table. So we always have a close-up of the train. Your microphone so we can hear you respond, and that's all we need for a live stream. Me and Dave go above and beyond by having more, because the bigger the channel, the more you need to put into it to keep it growing. But you don't need that. It's just editing videos are crazy sometimes. I fully understand. Oh, nice, Dave. But so David, so yeah, you don't need to, and even later, if your channel works well without doing the extra step, you don't have to. I'm just saying, I'm trying to find, everyone has something special. You need to have something different that is your own unique flavor. I think I found some of it on mine. I think I found my voice with simple scenery and running fun trains on mostly N scale. Dave's decoder install are really good, and his scenery is amazing, and his running trains are fun, right? So we're similar, but he's more focused, not more focused, but more talented in decoder install. And I'd like to think that my track planning and layout ideas are different. I don't know, trying to be different without going. Jean-Pierre does incredible streams with his presentation and his Robo Skynet cam, which is really fun. There's all kinds of flavors out there. So also the type of trains we're running. Dave has a lot more closer to what I have now, but I used to have more my own specialty. I still think I have more Canadian stuff. Maybe not. I have different Canadian stuff than he does. And Japanese trains, we also have different stuff. So, there's a lot of work you guys listen. Thank you very much, Crazy Trains. Well, Holly, I just bought another. Nice. Gonna pass it up. Free delivery and no sales tax. Gotta make. Yeah. Once my layout is running with some scenery, I'll do live stream, but there's nothing to really show. I mean, Doc, some people really enjoy the train, so you do you. You don't have to, but don't hold yourself because you don't think it's enough, right? There's always a start. You guys have the cool stuff. Well, so do you, Jay. You have a long list of cool trains. Plus, that N-scale layout is really nice. You're the reason Dave wants a bigger N-scale layout, so keep that in mind. What does Dave tell her? Oh, that's annoying. I think, though, I'm not the expert that will help you with that, Dave. I have some knowledge, but the NC booster stuff, I'm used to Digitrax, so I don't have any booster. It's a 3 amp system, and it's been more than enough for my HO scale, so I'm very happy with that. Yeah, and this is where the N scale is magical, honestly, Holly. His layout is huge, but it's not crazy huge. But being N scale, he can do so much in that space. Good night, David. It was nice having you. And I'm finishing in 5 minutes, so actually, I think we're gonna end on that bright note of very positive. Perfect. I'll Discord you. Perfect, David. I responded to your private. You're the one that private messaged me, right? Is it you? I'm not sure. Discord. Someone sent me a message. Yeah, it was you. I responded to you, by the way. We'll talk on Discord for sure. And yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream. Since there's 5 minutes left, I will say the good night to everyone and just enjoy the trains running. Good night, everyone. Thanks. No problem, David. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're talking. You're already subscribed. I do ask that to talk. That's my only requirement, is that you're subscribed. Thank you very much, Dave. I will not be on Discord tonight, by the way, Dave. I have some guests technically at home, but I'm still here. But yeah, don't forget to like and tune up soon to the trains. I don't know at what time the YouTube short will release tomorrow, but we will. It will release tomorrow, and we will also enjoy a video Wednesday that I don't even have a clue of what it is. So that's gonna be fun. Might be a little late. All right. Good night to everyone. I will go through the scene. Don't forget to join Fresno J afterwards, by the way. He's gonna do a follow-up stream. I might be on the chat for a little while, but not for long. Getting tired. No problem, Holly.